I have to say, given that I was very trepidatious, there's a polite word, I felt at ease right from the off. My name's Russell Blackwood. I'm 64 years old. I was trying to work it out, a patient of Dr. Opie for I think it's 7 years now.
Yeah.
I was just saying to your colleague, I was referred to yourself by a very good hygienist that you trained.
What was the problem originally?
The initial problem was, and it was a fairly scary one, I had 3 abscesses, 2 down below and 1 above existing Crohn's. Now the Crohn's have been in a long time, and well, they've been in since I was 18, which was a couple of years ago. And frankly, I was terrified. I hadn't had no real work done at all since I was 18, and had no idea what to expect. I felt as if you kept me informed every step of the way, and you have continued to do that. I mean, right up to checkups, you do X-rays every time. I mean, for example, that first time, there were bone grafts needed doing. No,
especially on the top right.
The top, yeah, that was the bit that was scaring me. Yeah. To lose those Crohn's would be a terrible shame. And we can see now, sort of 7 years later, that bone graft really worked.
Altogether, what treatment have you had?
Right. Actually, it's fairly straightforward. The 2 abscesses were at the bottom there, were essentially filled with the bone graft, and that took time to take. We tried to save the 2 teeth above them, and to be fair, they did last.
Yes.
They did last.
Yes.
But we knew that wasn't going to be forever. The abscess that was here, this was the initial work done.
Yes.
The right-hand side of that set of Crohn's was replaced.
Absolutely.
I've been delighted with that since then. And again, I can always see from the X-rays that you do that the bone graft underneath, when I compare it to the scary X-rays that I saw 7 years ago, worked a treat. So that was the first lot, and then I've had checkups, which it was all a bit odd during the year of the pandemic, but now I have those 2 we've had to do implants there. They've been in for a few minutes now, and they already feel like they've been in for years. So, and you also took out, as a complimentary service, I should say, you took out the upper wisdom teeth, which really needed doing, and I feel a huge benefit from that. It's really brought home the importance of the proper checkups, because you do thorough checkups, not just poking around with you've always done proper X-rays. So and it's been important for us because it means we can see that the bone graft, they've improved every time. So I'll continue with that for certain.
Wonderful.
And the hygienists, I have to say, who have always been excellent.
What would you say to people like you about who need a similar kind of treatment?
I guess anybody would be in a similar boat. They would be very trepidatious about what's going to be involved.
Yes.
But I mean, I've always felt totally informed throughout. You explain just about everything you've ever done. I mean, I thought the first thing I'd say to anybody coming here, first of all, I must have spent hours in your gentle care, and really, not once have I ever felt anything. And that included 4 extractions last time.
Yeah.
The bone grafts, that's not funny.
No.
Never felt a thing, and even when the anaesthetic wore off, I still felt perfectly comfortable. It was never more than discomfort, it was never painful. That's the first thing. So from a physical element, don't hesitate. I knew I was going to have to invest in saving my teeth. And then, as I said to your colleague earlier, if your teeth are not a priority, what is? I mean, you could have a slightly cheaper car and nice teeth.
Yes, very true.
Or you could have a flash car and no teeth. I think you know what you'd go for. I knew it was going to cost, but it's worth the investment. I mean, if you, as I said earlier, if your teeth are not a priority, what is? The first time we did a finance package, which was useful, but it was, as I recall, and such a long time ago from my memory, it was interest-free for a year and I paid it off. I never paid any interest on that one. And I was able to do this. Fortunately, it was just from the cash this time. I mean, it's never been terrifying. But again, and I have to stress this, I've always known exactly what was getting and why. And you may choose to edit this out, but I mean, I felt I got a good deal because actually you only charged me for the implants and the wisdom teeth, which I've seen a huge benefit from. That was a complimentary treatment. So I was, you know, you've been totally fair with me. And I would also stress that the hygienists are more than worth it. All right, I've got to travel up to London, but I'll come up anyway. It's an excuse to come up anyway. And they're really not much more expensive than a local NHS hygienist. Really not much more. So for way better quality. You know, I can tell your hygienists are well trained. You can see the difference. But there we go. My pleasure.